We good? Libra, land, 1010. Hello, hello. Oh my goodness. Hopefully some people get notified. Hi, Dark Fire Dragon. Hi, friends. Happy new moon. Lovely to see you guys. Yay, people are being notified. Okay. Whew. Good grief. I was scared for a minute. I posted a video short that I had created using the YouTube short features of my brother and I. I took a picture and I uploaded it into the AI features of the video shorts, and I reposted it, and they like, oh no, copyright, la la la, restriction. And then just now it was like unable to stream. And I was like, oh no, my stomach was in a knot. I was like, I have not done anything wrong. Do not play me. Libra, what's up? Okay, I'm glad you guys are here. Sheesh. OMG. Like, I'm just gonna, I don't know. It's kind of like I can't even have fun anymore or post anything for fun. People get offended so easily, or I say the wrong thing to some, I don't know. It's really bizarre, but I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you for the thumbs up. I'm gonna light this beautiful candle with the elephant. Whew. Man. We're going to light some Palo Santo to cleanse the energy as well. Let me turn off the overhead light. We're going to start with the Black Moon Astrology cards. Whew. I was so scared. I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. Yes, Ganesh. How do you say that? Ganesh, Lord, I think it's Lord Ganesh. But yes, the elephant. Oh, that reminds me. Thank you for reminding me. I need to put grapes on the altar. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Be patient with me. This is the new moon live stream. And I have to put grapes on the altar as my offering for this new moon before we get into the live. I'm going to have a few too. Yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. All right, that's good. Mm. Man, I'm grateful for the protection. Apparently, I'm just skating on thin ice. Jeez Louise. Okay. We're here. Oh, God. Black Moon Astrology. First new moon of 2026. Very powerful. Do you know what's funny? I was just on IG and an astrology video came up and was like, if you're seeing this on January 17th or 18th, this is known as the sugar daddy moon. And I was like, what on earth? After I posted the little funny meme I posted on the community board, which apparently offended people, but oh my gosh, if I can't post a funny meme. Anyway, I posted that and then I get on IG and I see that. And I'm like, how funny. Huh. And we keep getting that King of Cups energy. I mean, King of Cups. King of Pentacles. Who is definitely the sugar daddy of the tarot world. Of the tarot cards. If there is one, it's the King of Pentacles. Speaking of. Money, 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 money. Owning a second house. Let's go. Vacation home. What are you manifesting with this new moon energy, Libra? What are you manifesting? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm just saying. Focus in. Don't tell anybody what you're trying to manifest. But focus. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay. Interesting cards to receive together. I saw this one first. Grand Trine, blessings. But it came out with Mercury retrograde. Reinvention. Hold on a second. Let me get a crystal to cover up this card. Cover up Miss Lady. Miss Lady. Okay. Mercury retrograde. When is the first Mercury retrograde of this year, I wonder? Let's find out. Oh, it's 555. How funny. Let's go. I embrace it. Just so you know, it's real. 555. Changes. Changes. Shit. That's what I'm hearing, Tupac. Changes. What is the beginning of that song? Tupac. Let me see. Tupac Changes song. Yep. Okay, so our first channeled song of this new moon is Tupac Changes. 2026. 555. Rest in power. Tupac. When is the first Mercury retrograde in 2026?
February 26th. According to the Arizona Republic, here are all the dates where Mercury...
February 26th through March 20th will be the first Mercury retrograde. Is this, I think Spirit is saying, like, keep focused, keep pushing. This is when these blessings are going to hit. Mercury retrograde, February 26th through March 20th. Let's read Grand Trine. Blessings. Grand Trine. That's pretty weird because today with this new moon, it's a stellium, I think. There's 5 planets in Capricorn with this new moon. That's a lot of structure. Is that what I'm picking up on? Like, no, you can't be funny. You can't, make jokes right now. It's so much Capricorn energy, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is not a jovial planet by any means. So that's what it is. Okay, I see. Read the room, Ash. Read the room. Read the energies. All right. 46, Grand Trine, blessings. This is Temperance, Libra. That's exactly what, oh my gosh. This is the Temperance card. I said be patient, stay, focused. The blessings are coming during Mercury retrograde. Okay. Stay patient. Temperance is patience. Everything was beautiful and nothing hurt. A grand trine is when 3 planets aspect each other at 120 degrees. This creates an equilateral triangle. These planets will usually be in signs of the same element. A grand trine is considered to have an easy flowing energy, either in the natal chart or by transit. And this is an incredibly lucky aspect. Trines always inspire harmony in the skies. So there is a sense of wholeness and completion when the grand trine appears. Although grand trines do not always spell out easy fame or fortune, those with one in their natal charts can be born into wealth or are at least momentously talented. The only downside with a grand trine is that those influenced by them tend to become lax or so content that it leads to laziness and inertia. It is like a child who is given everything he wants and thus doesn't know the values of responsibility or appreciation. When the grand trine card presents itself in a spread, be assured you are entering a time of flow, or that at least many of the impediments you are experiencing are being lifted. Confirmation, I just heard a train horn. This speaks of a period of harmony and ease that may inspire you to take the path of least resistance. But it is best that you keep your eye on the prize and not let go of your original purpose. Do not leave it on a shelf. There's a possibility that your success may be lost if you do. On the other hand, this is a time where you can expect yourself to be in the right place at the right time. What may seem like a lucky break stems from the wants and desires you have been consistent about. It isn't, however, time to coast. You must continue to give a little more effort in order to keep that wheel of fortune turning. Also, don't pass up any opportunity that may fly by. Not every one of them will be right for you, but a few will facilitate you coursing a flowing river of success. When it comes to love, when the Grand Trine card turns up, your existing relationship should improve, your social popularity will increase, and if single, you are about to meet a person or have already who will be a true partner, not only supportive of you and your successes, but someone who will help advance you in your goals. Yes. It could indicate meeting up with your perfect mate, but this could only be as long as both of you are willing to nurture the relationship. If not, it will still be an overall good relationship, just a short-term one. This is an excellent time to ask for a raise or expand in terms of finance and career strategies. Whatever the subject of your question, your path is being cleared. There are few road bumps, but the most important thing is to follow through on everything you start. There is harmony with this card, but things will not take care of themselves. While it may seem that luck is on your side, you have been diligent and worked consistently to bring this about. Your diligence and hard work may not be visible to everyone, but you deserve the success that is soon to be yours. Stay in the flow, trust in the universe, but continue to do your work so this fortuitous time does not pass by before you can reap the harvest. You will need to apply real effort. Okay, so this is all about being gifted, being blessed, creature comforts, good luck, receiving gifts, winning, having faith, being in the moment, wanting to play instead of work, escapism, fantasy, easy flow of energy, lack of complications, easy enhancement of natural gifts, seeing no need to push the limits, artistic sensibility, dream catchers, hidden potential, contentment, euphoria, harmony, innocence, childhood, getting along with others, being empathetic, being at one with others, sweetness, gentleness, privacy, the inner world, acceptance, satisfaction, striving for peace. It can also be a stasis place, but you're in a good place. Opportunity, contentment, completion, and harmony. Okay. There's something that stuck out to me. Hold up. Privacy. There is a lot of energies that are trying to... It's almost like they want to hold some type of power over you, Libra. I'm picking up on overpowering energies, okay, that are trying to invade your privacy. Let's get a message from the Book of Doors about that. Advice for Libra. I will tag these decks in the products. The Book of Doors, Divination. What can Libra do, other than Hermit, to protect their energy from these overpowering energies that are floating around? Look at that. Goddess Neith. All those arrows. And they're all concentrated around her sacral chakra. They're trying to block your creativity. Advice for Libra. Interesting. Cur. Let's see what this means. Secret. Oh, talking about privacy. Look at that. Secret. This is what this card means. Not everyone, hardly anyone is meant to have access to you, especially full access. The Librans I read for, no. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. You are one of the best kept secrets. You are meant to protect your privacy, Libra. The characteristics of the fourth couple of primordials are not easy to define, and even the Egyptians made no clear references to their functions. Ker and Kerhet have the same name, secret, and it means night, representing the male and female powers of the night. Looking into the hieroglyphs of their names, we find that the real sound in the written value of Ker is not K, but the sound G. Oh, how interesting. The sound contained in, Gurk. It's Gurk. Oh, how interesting. G-H-E-R-K. It's equivalent to the Sanskrit with the connotation of darkness. It is the darkness after the day of creation, the rest after activity. Gurk is standing on a snake with two heads, symbolizing infinity. The snake is in the mud, enclosed in darkness. With his feet connected to the earth, Gurk stands like a tree, drawing up the energy through his feet and transmitting it through his hands. The energy in the earth comes from the infinite ocean of primal energy through the rising of the fire serpent. It is meditated through the scepters and the tools of power held in the hands. It is mediated, through the scepters. The scepter is prosperity and represents the magical power exercised over metals. As with the other scepters, it is the transmitter of specific frequencies necessary for the process of human metamorphosis. Of the 8 primordials, only Nu and Newt have no tools in their hands. For in these two, Neteru, the energy is not mediated. It is in its original state. The element of Gur, and Gert, is that how it was? Yeah, Gurk, is primordial earth, the sphere of the gnomes. What? Primordial earth, the sphere of the gnomes. Gnomes. Like gnomes of the earth. I'm sorry, but when I think of Capricorn masculines, they low-key resemble, a couple I've known low-key resemble gnomes. No offense. So how interesting is that? Like they're kind of stocky, you know what I mean? Maybe not very tall. I've never met a tall Capricorn. Maybe, but anyway. In the tarot, they correspond to the pentacle of earth, described as the power before the emission. Native Q222. I'm being real. If I thought about it, I've never thought about it. But when it said that in this card, I'm like, you know what? Now that I think about it, I know that ticks off some Capricorns. I hope there's none in the chat. I would be so ticked if somebody said I resembled a gnome. Hey, I've been called worse. Anyway. This is about the transmission of energy, the realization of plans. Ooh, gosh, you're meant to just keep everything low key right now, Libra. You are the secret with all the secrets, and you're also a transmitter of specific frequencies. You hold the power. You have some type of scepter, like an energetic scepter. You are a transmitter of a specific frequency, so you need to protect it, protect you, protect your privacy. Shh. Any other cards want to come out for Libra? Oh, look who's back! Back again! Oh my gosh! It's Bastet. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? That was such a good recorded reading where she came through. Oh my gosh. That is still being viewed. That's one of the highest viewed videos lately on Libraland 1010 was the channeling recorded read I did. And Bastet came through. Wow. She's still here, Libra. All right, hold on a second. Let's get that Jaguar Jasper to cover her up. Okay. And look who's at the bottom. He's like my favorite. Speaking of gnomes, how funny. It's Bess. But he's not funny. He is a very powerful protector of women and children. I really enjoy his energy and when this card comes out. But how funny is that? He literally looks like a gnome. Let's read. Bastet. Lady of the East. Her divine meaning is attraction, marriage, celebration. All right, let me see what Bess means really quick. Attraction, marriage, celebration, and Bess, they're in the same family, you see? Okay, this is interesting. Oh my gosh! Behind Bess? Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but to me, it looks like Nekhbet, the vulture goddess. And you won't believe it, you guys. There's more vultures. I took videos. I'm going to post them. I'll post them. I guess that's the only thing I'm allowed to be posting. Unrelated to tarot is nature videos. So I was just out walking Rosita an hour ago, 1 hour ago, and she barked at him because they swooped down by my car right when we were coming out of the house, and she barked at him like she thought they were coming down to try to scoop her up. She was like, woof, and I was like, oh my gosh, Rosie, I don't think they're gonna get you. And then I saw in the tree they were roosting. There's at least like 10. There's not 50 yet, but there's like 10, and that's better than one. OMG. So that one that I took that picture of during sunrise and I put it on the community board, and I was like, man, there used to be a family of 50 and now there's just this one. He was the scout. He was coming to look before the rest of the family came. It made me so geeked, you guys. Like, I'm so happy right now. And for this card to present itself and show up, wait till I post what I just took videos of an hour ago. You're going to see the vultures. They're so cool. I wish I could have got, the video of them when they were super up close to me. They're huge. Just like that. They're huge. Oh, and there was another huge bird roosting in the tree with the vultures, but it wasn't a vulture because it had a white chest, which is crazy because she is dressed in white, almost like a bride. I just heard bride of the night. Anyway, I'll post, I got pics, videos. Oh, wait till you guys see. And this makes me so excited. Oh my gosh. This makes me happy. Okay. So anyways, Bess is in the same family as Bastet. You see? They're in the same family as this. This is a different family. But Bastet and Bess are in the same fam. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh. And then I have to see what the vulture one means. Nekhbet. Bess. Divine meaning is the promise of pleasure and fulfillment, rejuvenation and joy, access to a forbidden dimension. So, Bastet is attraction, marriage, and celebration, Libra. And Bess is the promise of pleasure and fulfillment. Wow. Rejuvenation and joy, access to a forbidden dimension. Bess is also a patron of music and dancing. In fact, he presided over all of the enjoyments of the human senses. Bess was a god of pleasure. His image adorned mirrors, pillows, cosmetic jars. He's shown playing a harp. Another aspect of Bess was his presence in the birth chamber as a powerful protector of the mother and child. As protector, he assumed the nature of a warrior god, carrying knives to destroy the enemy. Osset refers to Bess as protecting the limbs of her child, Heru, and in the duat, he protected as well as entertained the deceased. Bess contains the secret of transformation. In the earth flesh, the fire of transformation is contained. And it is through pleasure, through the ecstasy of Bess, that this creative fire is liberated to nourish and rejuvenate not only the physical body, but also the other invisible and more subtle bodies. So not only is your physical body going through a rejuvenation, so is your etheric body, your energy body, your aura. Nice, Libra. And you and your person are going to have a very spicy, passionate attraction, marriage. It's going to be a big celebration. Okay. Neck bet. Let's see. The vulture and the goddess. That made my whole day when I saw more vultures. That made my whole day. Germination, goddess of the south. So goddess of the east is here, Bastet, and goddess of the south. Interesting. Her symbol is the vulture. This bird was extremely ancient in Egypt. She was called, hold on a second. She was called Father of Fathers, Mother of Mothers, who hath existed from the beginning, the creatrix of the world. Ooh. Wow. She represents a double crown. She's a twin. She has a twin sister. So twin sisters? Wow, interesting. And when the pharaohs assumed rulership of Upper and Lower Egypt, they were crowned with the double crown by her and her twin sister. So there's something about having two crowns. Their symbols, the vulture and the snake, became the symbols of the two halves of the country. They were worn as part of the royal insignia, and together They encircled the solar disk of the pharaoh, the winged serpent, as well as the vulture. The gestation of plans, success through applying spiritual principles, clear-sightedness. So make sure with this new moon energy, Libra, and all this Capricorn influence, that you have a clear plan. Clear it's time to sit down, clear everything out of your mind, write it down, make a plan, make a list, and get serious. And make sure that you don't forget to call in spirit and work with spirit every day. Because the gestation of your plans and success will come through applying spiritual principles. And there's something about silver, which I consider to be a protective metal. It says, there's this poem. Since remotest antiquity, silver was actually described by a term signifying quote unquote white, synonymous with light and with all that has a milky white character. The patroness divinity of Lower Egypt, the white crown, is called her name. It also designates the moon. The moon is identified with Thoth or Thoth and with Khonsu. Thoth regulates the times and seasons. His sacred bird is the white ibis. The sacred ibis. Okay. The association of Nekhbet with the moon lends the latter an aspect of nourisher. So she nourishes. Nourish yourself, Libra. Nourish your dreams. Yes. Yes. There's a lot of power struggles right now happening. I can feel it in the energy. A lot of power struggles, a lot of people kind of like clawing for whatever they can get or power. Yep. That is so cool. I love that Bastet came out. Bess, Nekhbet, the vulture goddess. And she's dressed in white. This is so signifying not only of the Lower Egypt, Upper Egypt, there's going to be a connection between somebody from the east, somebody from the south, I don't know, and a bride, she's wearing white. The white dress is for the bride. I'm not saying you can't wear a white dress any other time, but if it's a long white dress like she's wearing, it's going to look like a wedding dress. Ooh. Ooh, look who else wanted to come show up for us, Libra. At the bottom of the deck, the gorgeous Ma'at. And Nu came out with her. This is about the primordial waters. Nu and Ma'at. Let's go. This is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. Bless. Blessings. Bless, bless, bless. Okay. Let's see. New. Tepi Aun. New. The night. Again, the night. The beginning and the end. The beginning of a potent transformation with far-reaching possibilities. This is this card, Libra. The beginning and the end, but the beginning of a potent transformation with far-reaching possibilities. Look who's at the bottom of the deck, which means I just got Ma'at off the bottom of the deck. Look who's right behind her. I cannot. It's Tehuti. They are divine counterparts. OMG, Libra. Oh my gosh, behind Tehuti is Anubis. Shut the front door. Oh my gosh. Psh, psh, psh. Blow my mind some more, spirit. Let's go. What is happening? Everyone is here. Ma'at, Tehuti, and Anubis together. Together. The three together. This is, oh my God, this is one of my most powerful spiritual guardians. Always shout out to Anubis. I love dogs. Okay. I did make that video short earlier because I received that channeled message. Okay. As much as I love dogs, yeah, just I made the channel message about it. Okay. Because I was channeled to make it. So I made it. Anubis, Tehuti, and Ma'at. I'm just blown away right now. Dogs of especially certain breeds like German Shepherds, they must be trained. They must be trained, or they can be, you know, they can take people up out of here if they're untrained. And that's what I was picking up on, because I myself used to have a friend, girl. Shout out to somebody I was talking on a personal read with one of my fellow Librans, and instead of calling her like friend that was a female, her girlfriend, she was like, yeah, that's my friend girl. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's too funny to make like the difference between an actual girlfriend and then just a friend who is another female. She was like, that's my friend girl. So anyways, this was a fellow friend girl. Anyway, she had a German Shepherd, untrained. She kept it in the cage way too much. It almost like bit my child. So I'm watching a video earlier on YouTube, and this was years ago. This was like 10 years ago. So my daughter was small. This was like 8, 9, 10 years ago. So she was very small, like 7, 8. And she was just running up with her friend, which was my friend girl's daughter, around the same age. They were going up to their room to play, and the German Shepherd thought my daughter was running up after, the little girl and was, gonna hurt her or something, but no. It was so close, and that scared the crap out of me. And anyways, I was channeled to make that message just to give a warning to somebody. I don't know if your friend has like a big dog, if you have the responsibility, if you take on the responsibility of owning a big dog, you need to have them trained, or you have to train them yourself in some type of capacity. They have to be uh socially socialized. Thank you, Spirit. I'm like, what am I looking, what word? They have to be socialized. You cannot have these vicious dogs around other people and children without them being completely trained and socialized. It is an awful accident waiting to happen. I'm picking up on that, okay? The ancestors wanted me to make that message. And you know how much I love dogs. Dogs are our best friend. Will always be my number one spirit animal. Number one. But I also have seen, anyway, let's read Ma'at. It can go south. Huh. Pun intended, goddess of the south. It can go south really quick with these powerful dogs. That's all. Train your big dog if you have a big dog. Good grief. Be a responsible dog owner. Even little dogs can bite. I know. That's why I tell my daughter's friends, don't try to grab Rosita. Because she's a Chihuahua, but if you try to grab her, she will, who are you grabbing? So I've warned my daughter's friends, you can pet her, she's sweet, but do not try to pick her up. She will bite. So everybody has their space, their own space. Everybody likes their own space, including the doggos. But yeah, that was just a message about big dogs, vicious dogs. All right. Ma'at. Pet. That's so funny. See, I can't make this up. I didn't even know that was the family of PET. Pet. I just can't make this stuff up. All right. Confirmation. Exactly. Confirmation. That which is straight. The goddess Ma'at is the personification of the basic law of all existence. She is truth and justice. Her name embodies the highest philosophy, the central concept of Egyptian civilization. The role of the pharaoh was to be her defender and her living embodiment. Whoa! I've read that, but I don't think I ever really took that in completely. The role of the pharaoh was to be her defender. Libra divine feminine. Your person is going to be your defender. This person is very powerful, like a pharaoh. But part of his life purpose is to defend you, goddess, immortal. Yes, divine feminine. You all are goddesses. We are ruled by Venus. We represent Ma'at. Do not settle for anything less than Tehuti and his guard, Anubis. His guard energy, okay? Do not settle. Do not settle. The king was the personification of Ma'at, a word we translate as truth or justice. but has the extended meaning of the proper cosmic order at the time of its establishment by the Creator. For it was believed that the gods had first ruled Egypt after creating it perfect. The land of Egypt was considered to be a reflection of heaven, embodying the dimensions of the cosmic order, or Ma'at. In the card, she kneels upon a pedestal on which the throne stands. The throne is part of the hieroglyph of her name. Also part of her name is a straight measuring tool or instrument used by Egyptian craftsmen, a rule or measuring rod, which also incorporates the idea of a rule or law that the people lived by. So the word Ma'at was used by the Egyptians to express not only a physical measure, but also the principle of right, true, real, genuine, upright, honest, steadfast, etc. Okay, I'm going to say those keywords one more time, Libra. As long as you embody these traits, you're good to go. You're good to rolly. Try your best to keep the principles of right, true, real, genuine, upright, honest, steadfast. Not born from any god, Ma'at was with Tehuti in the boat of Ra. Let me put her boo over here. Here. They can face each other. My boo started when we were younger. You were mine. My boo. I love this. I can't believe they came out together with Anubis. Oh my gosh. Okay. Ma'at was with Tehuti in the boat of Ra when the sun god sailed from the primeval abyss of Nu. Hello, we got that too. Nu, the abyss of Nu. Okay, this is wild. Ma'at was with Tehuti in the boat of Ra when the sun god sailed from the primeval abyss of Nu for the first time. The path of Ra in his journey across the sky was already defined by Ma'at. She regulated his appearance in the morning and his setting at dusk, presiding over the unfailing cosmic order reflected upon the earth and the lives of all who lived there. She is described as the daughter of Ra, the daughter and the eye of Ra. Ceaselessly, oh my gosh, talk about divine child. Ceaselessly emanating from the divine Ra, of whom she is at the same time herself the nourishment. She is the mediator and the vehicle of the essence of Ra. Even Ra, the greatest of all the sun gods, lives by the cosmic order of Ma'at, the beautiful. Golly, Libra, do you hear that? Even the most powerful. You are the daughter of the Most High. However way you want to put it. Or son, if you're a male. But I'm for sure picking up on divine feminine Librans with this Ma'at. And even the greatest of all the sun gods, of all divine, lives by the cosmic order of Ma'at, the beautiful. Libra. Oh my gosh, divine feminine. Goddess. I said you're goddess. Lady of heaven, queen of the earth, mistress of the underworld. She is known by the ostrich feather worn in her headdress or sometimes held in her hand. Here she is shown with outstretched wings, the cosmic Ma'at bearing on her wings with three alchemical colors of transmutation: white, red, and black. Ma'at, as justice in its divine state, incorporates the Hindu concept of karma, which means action in Sanskrit. Every action has its reaction. Every cause has its effect. Every thought is a seed. Yet we are free at any moment to change everything, to overcome any seed we have planted in a past or existent life. Wow. In order to change, we need only to be united with the principle of Ma'at, which I shared with you just a few minutes ago. I read it twice. I hope you wrote it down. No, I'm just kidding. You didn't have to write it down, but run it back. I told you guys twice. So, in order to change, we need only something just popped in my kitchen. I don't know if you guys heard that. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what that was. Okay. In order to change, we need only to be united with the principle of Ma'at, to be totally straight with ourselves. Okay, keep it 100. 100, keep it real with yourself. The judgment is the weighing of the heart. The heart is the knowing function, but can only be trusted when the mind is in the heart. Ma'at and Tehuti are the heart and mind in perfect unity, and they came out together. And I'm just reading Ma'at. I haven't even started to read Tehuti. Ma'at and Tehuti are the heart and mind in perfect unity. Truth and justice, higher laws are operating to influence events. All right, let's read Tehuti. $119. From Tehu, the oldest name for the ibis bird. It's very long description, pages. Divine meaning is success in writing, literature, and science, occult knowledge, meditation. And let's see about Anubis, Anpu. Do what? $204. Opener of the ways. The jackal-headed god Anpu is a powerful duat netter. His worship goes back to very ancient times, and he was revered through Egypt as a friend and helper of the dead. His symbolic animal, the jackal or desert dog, lived in the mountains and deserts where the burial grounds were situated and was always associated with the tombs of the dead. Anpu was the child of Asar, a god with whom he was closely associated. He was conceived through Asar's liaison with the goddess Nephet, her faithful companion. As we have already noted, Jeez Louise. Okay, he's always shown on the judgment scene, checking the balance of the scales and guarding the door. Ooh. This is like, it's giving me bouncer vibes. It's like bouncer energy. He's always shown in the judgment scene, checking the balance of the scales and guarding the door at the end of the hall of the Ma'ati goddesses. He accompanies the dead through the Duat on their way to Asar. It is Ampu who receives the body into the tomb. He is another keeper of the threshold. Mm-hmm. 70 days. Golly. 7, which is like 777. Egyptian mummies were embalmed over a period of 70 days to correspond with the number of days each year when the star Sirius was in the Duat or underworld and was not visible in the night sky. Hence, the 70-day death of Sirius each year was the fundamental and earliest underworld aspect of the Sirius lore. Of course, Anpu, as the expression of the orbit of Sirius B, was invisible all the time and not only for 70 days a year. Sirius B is a dark dwarf companion. What is happening? Sirius B is the dark dwarf companion of Sirius, invisible to the human eye, and only photographed from Earth as recently as 1970. Yet the Egyptian priesthood not only knew of its existence, see? That part, this part. We didn't even know Sirius B existed. Well, we couldn't get a visibility on it. We couldn't get a picture of it until 1970. Yet the Egyptian priesthood not only knew of its existence, they were also aware of its function on a macrocosmic and microcosmic level. The divine meaning of this card, a spiritual and magical guide into occult mysteries. A friend and trusted advisor. So, either you and your divine counterpart share the same spirit guide, the same trusted advisor. This is what this is saying. Or you and your person, once you two come together, it's like you're going to be initiated into these occult mysteries. You will always have this divine protector. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Oh my gosh. How powerful. What time is it? I'm going to have to wrap this live stream up. Yep. Okay, I'm going to end this live stream with a Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle card, Libra. Thank you all so much for the thumbs up. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. I've been live for 1 hour and 10 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you, everyone. The 7 dwarfs. That's insane. What is happening? The number 7 came out, the dwarfs. And before that came out, I was talking about the gnomes. This is creepy. What the heck? Okay, I gotta go. I just saw something out of my peripheral and heard something at the same time. All right. I think that's Rodho? Rodho? Possibly? The whale? Let's see. The humpback. Humpback whale, number 10. The humpback whale traverses great oceans with a calm and gentle ease, the embodiment of going with the flow. He is connected to the deep rhythms and truths of the universe. As the stars sway above him in the eternal cycle of the Milky Way, that's the second reference to the Milky Way. When I was reading about this vulture goddess, it spoke of the Milky Way when it was talking about the color white, and then it's mentioned, I don't know. Yeah, that's the second mention of the Milky Way in this read. The moon governs the tides of the seas and the routines of his daily life. When the whale is connected and attuned to the harmonies of life, he always moves easily in the right direction. Rodho oversees the journey. There is a calm, confident, ordered energy to this rune. It references forward motion and the ability to achieve your goals by being in the right place at the right time. Take ownership and control of your story. Let's go, Libra. You are the leader of your life, it says. And yes, developing a true and reliable inner compass is your greatest asset. That's how many times we've been told in this reading to just be real, true to you, true to ourselves. Reliable inner compass is your greatest asset. Keywords: journey, natural rhythms, action, movement, right path. I love you all, Libra land, from the bottom of my heart chakra. Happy new moon, first new moon of the year. We are blessed. Take the advice here given if you so choose. This was a message for Librans, wherever it is in your chart, however you found Libra land 1010. I'm hoping to have my calendar up tonight. I'll post it on the community board if I have my personal reading calendar up and live tonight. Okay, you guys? I'll post it on the community board as soon as I do. Thank you guys so much. Stay balanced and stay blessed.